think it's pretty fair to say that the Manchester City board have high expectations of me this year. They want me to win the Premier League and the Champions League, considering I've never gotten past the quarterfinals. Pretty tough ask. But again, to be fair, when they're throwing this kind of money at me, £180 million, they probably have every right to be demanding some pretty decent results. And that £180 million is minus £120 million that I've already spent on 2 players. I think it might be another spending spree this transfer window. Could be getting close to 500 million again. That video did pretty well last time, so if I can use a similar title this time, then surely I'll be able to get some more views. This sounds like a win-win situation. I get to spend money on players that I want in-game, and I get more subscribers and views for my YouTube channel. No one's losing, well, apart from you guys, because you have to watch my content. Hey guys, and welcome back to the 25th episode of the FM21 Manchester City Road to the Champions League save with me, Raxo FM, where today it is a transfer special. Thank goodness we didn't win the Champions League this year. I know that sounds very weird, but this means that I get to milk more content out of the save. I hope you are enjoying it. I'm certainly enjoying it. And if you are enjoying it, make sure you do smash the like button today. Can we please get 15 likes to celebrate the start of a new season? And that could actually give us luck that we need to win the Champions League this year. I don't want to do the save for, 10 years. That would just be slightly depressing. As well as subscribing to the Raxo FM YouTube channel if you are new. I did that in the wrong order. I meant to say like and subscribe and then set my like target. My animations aren't going to work anymore. I really don't know what I'm going to do about this in post. That's future Raxo's job. And as I said before, it is a transfer window and we have plenty of dough to spend, but I have already made some signings. Let's take a look straight away at who those 2 players were, if I can find them. The first one being Alphonso Davies. He's come in from Bayern Munich, 21 years of age, 4-star counter ability, brilliant stats. I think that left back position was one of our only weaknesses, and he comes in for only £63 million. I know I say only, like that's a small fee, but realistically, for a man of his ability, you'd be expecting to pay at least £100 million, especially considering the fact that he's only 21 years of age. If we compare him with Aguero, our current left back option, he's not miles better, I will admit, but he is a wee bit better, got more room to improve. I like this signing. I think for £63 million, you can't really go wrong. We've also managed to bring in Kulusevski. Oh, that's really hard. I'm going to break this down. Kulusevski. I think I'm saying that right. I probably am not, but I'm going to go with I'm saying it right. I'm absolutely thrilled to welcome this man to the club as well for £65 million with only a potential rise of £8 million. So that's a pretty good deal in my books. However, upon reflection, I don't know how much I need this guy. It was kind of just too good of a deal to say no to, because currently we've got Jack Grealish, Raheem Sterling, Memphis Depay, Mbappe, Phil Foden, he can do a job on the wing, Bernardo Silva, as well as Ferran Torres and Serge Gnabry, who are pretty decent wingers in the world of football. Particularly Ferran Torres, who is just coming back from loan, where he won the Serie A Young Player of the Year and actually beat this new signing to that award, as well as Gnabry, who has somehow turned into a 4-star current ability player as well. So I'm not sure I needed to make that signing, but worst case scenario, I'll make profit on them in the future. And I certainly have aspirations of making some more signings as the transfer window goes on. However, I've got that issue again, and it's just they're just too good. Like, I don't know, who do I want to get rid of? Like, there's nothing wrong with this team. The left wing was my main concern, and I don't even think I needed a new left wing, and I don't even think I signed a new left wing. He can barely play left wing, but looking at Ferran Torres and Serge Gnabry and also Raheem Sterling, I think we should be okay. I'll probably end up sticking Ferran Torres out there because he had such a good year at Juventus on loan, scoring 4 goals and 7 assists. That doesn't sound that incredible, but I think he's actually bringing more to the table than meets the eye. 22 years of age, he deserves some first-team play. But there's just no weaknesses. There's no huge weaknesses. I mean, the left-back, Aguero, 3-star current ability, didn't look great, so I've replaced him with a player that is 4-star current ability in the form of Davies. You know, it's looking much tidier now. Team report is looking beautiful. You know, they always say you want to aim for 4-star current ability players on all your bases in Football Manager. They do also always say it's basically physically impossible to do that. Well, I've done it, and now I don't really know where to go from here, especially when I have £180 million sitting in the bank account. But I've got players on the short list. But even in the depth page, you know, like we've got 2 players past 4-star here, 2 players past 4-star here, 2 players past 4-star here, like 6 players past. I really didn't need a new right winger, did I? Okay, that list is pretty ridiculous. We've got 4 players past 4-star here, 1 player past 4-star here. I don't know why Cancelo's not coming up because he's also past 4-star. We've got 2 4-star centre backs. I know that Ake isn't exactly knocking on the door, but I know that the other man, Alvarez, he's not hugely far away from that. He was 4-star at one point. Okay, well, he's sunk down just a wee bit, but, you know, still pretty decent. And then we've also got Davis, who's 4-star, and in between the sticks, Ederson, who's 4-star. Messi's contract isn't expiring for a while. Ronaldo's retired. I don't know what to do with myself, boys and girls. Ronaldo hasn't retired. His contract's not expiring, though. I'm still tempted to sign Ronaldo. Honestly, can we just get Messi and Ronaldo on this team? It seems like the only ways I could actually improve the squad because it's pretty elite as things stand. But we're going to find a way to spend some serious cash money during this transfer window. It might have to be on wages if we're buying Messi and Ronaldo, as well as getting rid of some dead weight. So I'm already analysing the squad and thinking, I don't know how much more of game time I'm going to be able to give James Ward-Prowse, who's been a great player for us, but not been an absolute star. Raheem Sterling, definitely one of our wingers, is going to have to go, so he could be on his way out. Fernandinho's got to go as well. Even Pellegrini, who I brought in for just £27.5 million and has gone up in value, and we haven't played a whole lot of, might be leaving the club as well. So might be a bit of a clear out as well as some players coming in. I have no idea what I'm going to do in the transfer market, but I never do, and I somehow manage to spend quite a lot of money. De Ligt is potentially an option, just because he's good, and that might get rid of some of my money. And Darwin Núñez, if you watch the Real Madrid save, you'll know how good this man is. But yeah, generally, I don't have a plan. So this is going to be fun, and you're coming along for the ride. So if you're excited about it, don't go anywhere. If you're not excited about it, just play this in the background because it's quite good to have view retention for YouTube analytical reasons. We have just managed to bag our 3rd signing of this transfer window, and with the budget that we have, £10 million on this man, it's pretty underwhelming. However, it is a very good player that I think we did need. Not for the right wing position, but for the striker position. Currently, we don't have a 3rd choice option. And for £10 million, as a player that could easily slip into that spot at any point in time, I think this is an absolute deal for Gabriel Barbosa. He's a player that I've had in Football Manager this year. He's been good. He's done pretty well in the Brazilian League in this save, scoring 13 goals and getting 10 assists with an average rating of 8.02 in 19 games. So I'm pretty impressed, and I'm pretty confident he's going to be able to do a job for us. However, that is not the only business that we have done. We now have £267 million in our bank account. You know, let's adjust the budget so we don't have so much. £250 million. I was being a wee bit generous there, and that's because we have sold some players, and those sales have been apparently last season, even though it clearly happened this year. I hate that. Like, also, can we get that fixed, Football Manager? Just because I do good business doesn't mean I want to see it in the... Not important. Not the point right now. The other deals that we have made is the first one, Pellegrini. He has gone for £50 million to Chelsea, one of our rivals. But for a player that we brought in for £27.5 million to then get £50 million after playing him for 13 games, and really just having him as an injury cover option, I think that is a brilliant deal for us, and I don't mind selling him to a rival club. I'm not too worried. We've also managed to get rid of this man, Ross Maynell. I think he had a release clause of £1.1 million. I'm not that bothered about losing him. He had a wee bit of potential, but not an insane amount. So £1.1 million is not too bad at all. However, that is not all that we have done. There is one that is going to be confirmed in the coming days. And if we go down, we can see, up, we can see that it is Rafael Guerreiro. A man that I love, don't get me wrong, but with Davies coming in and Angelino having that homegrown at club, I would rather get rid of this man, and we've managed to sell him to Barcelona for £51 million. I thought that there was going to be a wee bit more of a big number after the 50, but I'll still take it. It's just over his value. 28 years of age. We brought him in for £36 million, used him quite well for a couple of years, and now selling him on to one of the biggest clubs in the world. I'm sure he doesn't mind it. I certainly don't mind it. Some money going in my back pocket, and I really just... I know I've said it before, but I just don't know who to spend money on. It's getting quite difficult now, but I think I know who I am thinking about getting rid of. For example, Raheem Sterling might need to go, because right now he doesn't seem interested in signing a new contract, because I offered him out, and he is expiring contract at the end of this year, so might be time to cash in on that man. Fernandinho I also want gone. I could live with getting rid of one of my wingers. I think Gabriel Jesus might have to go as well. I just don't back him that much, and to be honest, I kind of prefer Gabriel Barbosa if you compare the two players, especially because Gabriel Barbosa is our fresh signing. We can see that, okay, they're basically the same person actually, and they're about the same age. But Gabriel Jesus is worth more, so let's cash on them. Even if we look at their stats, they're basically the same person. Gabriel Barbosa is better at crossing. Gabriel Jesus, they both got Gabriel in there. Okay, yeah, no, they're basically the same human being. Slightly better finishing over here for Barbosa. Slightly better free kicks, better penalty taking. Okay, yeah, no, they're the same person. They're literally the same person, so I think Gabriel Jesus is going to be the one to go just because he's worth more and we can actually sell him. Apart from that, no clues. I've got people on my transfer list. I wish I sold Delict, to be honest, just because... Sorry, I've got people on my short list is what I mean to say. I wish I sold Delict, signed Delict. How many times can I say Delict without getting the sentence out properly? Apparently at least one more time. It's because I did make this deal before, they confirmed it, but I kind of messed up the contract negotiations, and now they don't want to talk to me again. Even though we don't really need another centre-back, he's kind of top drawer, so I do want to bring him into the squad, but I've really analysed the team and thought a rotating central midfielder might go quite well with our squad. Ward-Prowse has been a good player, but not the best of all time, and he's not far away from needing to upgrade his fee to £33 million, so I'm thinking cashing in on him in this summer might not be a terrible idea. So we've got plenty of options in here. Some more striker options in case I want to bring in another one. The main people I've got an eye on right now are Milinkovic-Savic, as well as Pedri from... Where is he? From Barcelona. We've got Barella, who I'm keeping an eye on. Camavinga, but I have signed Camavinga quite a few times, as well as scouting quite a few other players. So watch this space. Stuff is going to happen. I'm not 100% certain what stuff is going to happen, but I've got money and players I'd like to get rid of. So there's definitely going to be some sort of action in some way, shape or form. Okay, this time I have splashed the cash. Serge Milinkovic-Savic. I don't know why I said Milinkovic twice. He has come into the club for £78 million. It's a big fee. He's going on an intensive language course. He's been introduced to the club, and he's only 27 years of age, but he has got some serious ability about him. Don't get me wrong, it's a big fee, and it could eventually rise to only 86. You know, what's another £10 million between friends, Lazio? But I think he's going to be one of the best players in our central midfield this season. He could be fighting for that spot against Goretzka, and if you actually compare the two players, if I can get these up. Goretzka has found him. There we go. He's actually better than him in every single way. Slightly older, and by slightly older, I mean he was born 21 days after Goretzka. So he's younger. Something about Milinkovic-Savic tells me he should be older, but we'll go with it. And he's got better ability. I think he's going to be a starter this season, and that German duo between Goretzka and Kimmich could be broken up, or even Kimmich could be brought out, and Goretzka could move into that deep line playmaker role as a defender, and Kimmich could move down to right back. There's so many options that we can do now. We've got plenty of things that we can do with the squad because we've signed one player. Brilliant business by me once again. Some more brilliant business by me that is going on at the club right now is we're potentially getting rid of Ali Akman on loan because he's got 5-star potential at the moment, so don't mind that as well. Gabriel Jesus is also leaving the club. He should be going for £60 million to Tottenham. Sergio Aguero might be coming back. Didn't actually really want to show you that one, but I've shown you it, so act surprised if it actually happens. Gnabry is also probably going to be leaving for £66 million. Bernardo Silva is wanted by Juventus. Koopman Mines is going to be leaving the club for £31 million. There's profit being made left, right and centre at the club. This one only about £9 million. But I'm doing some seriously good business. I'm not done yet, and we've finally spent some of that money. We still have £137 million to spend though, and I think I'm about to bring in about another, 60 million plus 60 million plus 30 million, £150 million. MESSI. Lionel Messi. How do they not just come up with Messi straight away? Let's try that again. MESSI. Might have. Okay, yeah, I'll do this off camera. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are ready to go for our first game of the season. Our first competitive game against Leeds in the Community Sheild. We're playing it in next episode, but don't go anywhere. We have made some more transfer deals. After looking at Messi, I can confirm that he is still a Barcelona player. No, they didn't really want to sell him, but we have managed to bring in some pretty decent signings aside from that. We've spent more money and the deals aren't done. First of all, we're going to take a look at the sales category, and the two deals that we thought were going to get across the line have gone across the line. Gnabry for £66 million and Gabriel Jesus for £60 million. So a lot of money coming in from those two deals. I don't mind it at all, especially considering I don't think they were very important players anymore. More rotation options than anything else. We've also gotten a few players out on loan, and Koopman Miners has managed to leave for £31 million to Brentford, who have just been promoted to the Premier League. So good luck to him over in the Premier League. We've also brought in Sergio Aguero, as I said that we would, for a loan for just 1 year. I've actually taken a look at his stats, and I'm not sure why they loaned him out. They put him on the transfer list, so I offered a loan, and they said yes. But he scored 20 goals last year and got an average rating of 7.48. The year before that, he scored 14 goals in 19 appearances. He seems insane for them. I'm not sure why they're getting rid of him. We won't mind. He'll be a great bench rotation reserve option. But the big transfer that we've made is Matthäus de Ligt. I've finally brought him to the club. I could have signed him earlier on in the transfer window for about, I don't know, £20 million less, but at least we've managed to get our man, and I think it is a brilliant man. 5-star current ability, one of the best centre-backs in the entire game, an elite centre-back in this game, 22 years of age. Yeah, he's a pretty tasty player, and partnering him up next to Diaz or Laporte like we have right now is going to prove to be an incredibly good combination this year, and we have a pretty tasty team going into the start of the season. You think our team was good at the end of last season? Right now, we don't even really need Mbappe. We don't need Haaland anymore. We've got too many good players, and I'm pretty happy about it. I think that was a pretty successful transfer window. We managed to sign and sell a lot of players with a lot of money spent. I've worked it out. With these 2 signings and these 4 signings, we've spent around about £400 million. And we're not done yet. We're still trying to get rid of Ake. We're still trying to get rid of a couple of players on loan. Maybe even bring in some big names, because we still have £140 million that we can spend. And if I adjust the budgets, I can even get more in there. Yeah, we're doing quite well financially and transfer-wise, boys and girls. I hope you have enjoyed the transfer special. If you have, make sure you do smash the like button, as well as subscribing to the Rex FM YouTube channel so that you don't miss the future videos in this season. I think it's going to be a Champions League winning season, so don't miss it. I'll see you all later.